guys, today we're going to do brief reviews of the films from the 1990s, and this is the first decade with movies that I actually am older than all of these. All the eras before I was born in '88, but in the 1990s, these are the movies I grew up with. So here we go. Let's start with 1990. Arachnophobia. That's a nice little family horror movie. Nice little movie about killer spiders. It's got John Goodman in it. He's a good actor. Basket Case 2. I'm going to do a Basket Case series someday, so I'll skip it. Bride of Reanimator. Obviously, the original Reanimator is really good. The second one is not. Okay, moving on. Crap. Computer's acting up a little bit. The Exorcist 3. A lot of people love this movie, and I don't. It's okay, but obviously it's better than a lot of the Exorcist movies because, as far as I'm concerned, all the Exorcist movies suck except for the original and this one. But it's really not that good. I don't know why people think it's such a gem. Flatliners. A lot of people give it shit. I like it. It's a neat movie where these students, they try to find out if there's life after death, and they find a way to make themselves go between half life and half death. It's neat. I enjoy it. Frankenhooker, that movie sucks. Okay. Gremlins 2, the new batch, sorry. While the first Gremlins is good but overrated to me, the second Gremlins, it's underrated for me. I mean, I wouldn't say it's better than the original, but people shit on this one, and I think it's decent. I mean, it has a lot more action, and there's a lot more variety in the Gremlins. There's tons of different ones. Obviously, it's not Shakespeare or nothing, but it's decent. I kind of enjoy it. Okay, The Guardian. That's a good movie by the guy who made Exorcist. Okay, moving on. Jacob's Ladder. Definitely going to do a review for it, so I'm going to skip it. Definitely going to do a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie series, so I'm not going to do nothing for this one. Maniac Cop 2 is decent. Misery, definitely going to do a review for it someday. All right. Hey, whoever. How you doing, bud? Night of the Living Dead remake. Definitely going to do one for it, so I'm going to skip it. Predator. Hey, Letitia. How you doing? Okay, I'm fine. How you doing, Bry? I can't pronounce your name, buddy, but glad you're here. Predator 2 sucks. Here's the thing about the Predator movies. I do not like the original's good, but I think it's overrated. And the new one, Prey, is pretty good. It's every bit as good as the original. But Predator 2, it sucks. Danny Glover, I know he's good in Lethal Weapon movies, and he's good in Angels in the Outfield. Other than that, Danny Glover sucks in my opinion. So let's move on. What do you recommend me? Like a horror one. Oh god, man, just stay tuned and I'll show you. There's so many I could recommend. Just hang in there with me. Psycho 4 the beginning. A lot of these movies I'm skipping over because I've either done reviews for them or I'm going to do reviews for them. Singapore Sling, that one's a shocker. It's very disturbing. Singapore Sling. If you like disturbing movies, check that one out. Okay. Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. It's decent. Singapore Sling. Uh, and remember, like and subscribe. Don't forget that. Okay, the Tales from the Dark Side, it's decent. I enjoy it. It's not near as good as like Tales from the Crypt, but it's a good movie. And Ray Dawn Chon's in here, and she's hot at the end of it. So I dig this one. Thanks, Brian. All right. Uh, Tremors, definitely gonna do one for it. Tales from Tales from the Dark Side. It's called Tales from the Dark Side, the movie. Two Evil Eyes. That's a decent movie with two horror legends. One is George Romero, who's my favorite director, and favorite horror director anyway. And the other one is Dario Argento, the greatest Italian horror director. And anyway, they both tackle a Edgar Allan Poe story. And it's a good movie. I enjoy it. Originally, there was supposed to be like Wes Craven and John Carpenter were supposed to be in this one too, but for some reason they had to bow out. But it's a good movie. Two Evil Eyes. Yeah, George Romero, he's the guy who did the Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, those classics. Okay, moving on. Whispers. This is an adaptation of Dean Koontz's greatest book. The Whispers book is fantastic. The movie is decent. It's obviously it's not near as good as the movie, which is typical. But most Dean Koontz movies suck. Even though his novels are good, for whatever reason, people can't really adapt what he does. George Romero. George A. Romero, sorry. But for whatever reason, Koontz and him and Lovecraft, they can only get each other. It's like people can't adapt them, they just have to do themselves. All right. Let's move on to 1991. What we're going to do is we're going to go through all the 90s years. Alligator 2, that one's good. Yeah, thank God bless you too, Immortal 292. I'm wearing sunglasses because I don't like the way I look. That's the reason, man. I wear sunglasses because I'm self-conscious about my looks, and I feel a little less self-conscious. It's obviously, I don't know what Bofa is, but it's not because I think I'm just so cool looking. Trust me, that is the last thing. I wear sunglasses because I don't like the way I look, especially on camera. Okay, moving on. Keep the comments coming, guys. All right. Thanks, Alana. I appreciate it. Yeah, thanks, Ren. All right. Cape Fear. I wouldn't consider Cape. Hi, VIP123. I wouldn't consider Cape Fear a horror movie necessarily. Well, it's kind of one. But they got it here, so I'm going to do it. Thanks, Royce. Uh, gosh, I keep getting off topic. Cape Fear, it's a Martin Scorsese movie. It's a remake off of the original Cape Fear from the, hey, Lincoln, from the 60s, I believe. And Martin Scorsese's movie is better. Martin Scorsese, obviously, he's one of the best directors who ever lived. I don't need to tell you who he is. And Cape Fear, it's got Robert De Niro acting crazy, which means it's got Robert De Niro acting normal. And man, Cape Fear is really good. You should check it out. I actually think it's better than the original. So, Martin Scorsese's Cape Fear, and you should check out the original too. It's decent. Basically, this guy, he's a lawyer, and this guy that gets out, he doesn't think the lawyer represented him right. I can't remember exactly how the plot goes. He either screwed him over or he prosecuted him. One, I don't remember exactly. But Hey, Penny, Trowel, Sean. Gosh, you guys are. Thanks. I love the comments. Usually no one talks in these things. But anyway, he goes after the guy's family to punish him. It's more of a thriller, but you should really check it out. It's really good. Okay, moving on. You like Latinas? Man, I like every. If she's hot, I like her. I don't know what to say to that. Okay, let's move on. All right, check out my Nightmare on Elm Street film rankings movie for Freddy's Dead. It's the worst in the series. Ghoulies, okay. Okay, I won't eat macaroni salad. I like macaroni, but not salad, so okay. Anyway, let's move on. Uh, hey, Alan. The People Under the Stairs is awesome. It's a movie by Wes Craven. Wes Craven was really at his peak in the 90s. He was probably the best director of the 90s, horror-wise. I'm a booty warrior. I like booties too. If we're talking about the same thing. Anyway, it's neat because there's like these religious fanatic people and they try to have the perfect child, so they kidnap these kids and they never are, and it's like this brother and sister and they're like incestuous, and anyway, that's creepy. But anyway, they kidnap these kids and they always have some kind of flaw, so they keep them there. Usually they say something they don't like and they cut their say my channel on. Someone, please say my channel on. Well, Alan, whatever your channel is, just tell me. Just tell me what your channel is and I'll shout it out here. Okay, moving on. Anyway, like these kids, a lot of times they say something they don't like and they cut their tongues off. But anyway, the People Under the Stairs, that's a good Wes Craven gem. Thanks, Alan. All right, let's move on. The Pit and the Pendulum. That's a good adaptation from Stuart Gordon of obviously the classic, hey, Gothric, of the classic, hey, UK's awesome. I love the Beatles, man. I love UK music. But it's a good adaptation of the classic Edgar Allan Poe story, obviously. It's got more gore and sex and stuff, so that's always nice. Popcorn, that's a movie I saw in 1997, man. That was a long ass time ago. I was a kid. I don't remember if it's any good or not, but I liked it when I was a kid. I'd like to check it out again. Okay, Puppet Master 2 and Puppet Master 3. Those are both good. I like the Puppet Masters. A lot of people think they're cheesy and crappy, but I like them. Puppet Master 3 is especially pretty good. Okay. Scanners 2. Most of the Scanners sequels, a lot of people don't even know it's a series. Like the original Scanners, obviously it's a Cronenberg gem, but a lot of people don't even know Scanner that it has sequels, and Scanners 2 is good. Silence of the Lambs, definitely going to do a review for it, so I'm going to skip it. Jim with Three Stooges. Okay, let's move on. Sometimes They Come Back. That's a nice little adaptation of a Stephen King story from The Night Shift. It's good. It's about this guy, he has bullies, and they come back from the dead to get him. It's neat. Mine is a Three Stooges. Okay. Sometimes. Subspecies. I've seen it, but I don't remember if it's any good. All right, let's move on to 1992. I like that you guys are commenting. Alien 3. I'm definitely going to do a thing for the Alien franchise, so I'm going to skip it. Amityville 1992. Here's the thing about the Amityville horror movies. Most people think they're trashy, and they are trashy. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, the first two are awesome. I love the first two Amityville horrors. But there's some decent ones sprinkled in over there. They get kind of stupid throughout, but the one about the clock, I actually kind of like that one. Amityville, it's called Amityville 1992. It's About Time. Yeah, an apologist for the Amityville horror series. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it's like Evil Dead series where everyone's a banger, but, it's good. It's decent. They're at least interesting movies, even if they're not particularly good. Have you seen 28 Years Later? Yes, I have, man. I saw it in the theaters, actually, and it's really good. Actually, I got a review for it on this channel, so subscribe and check it out. And I also say a little something about the original and the second one. It doesn't have as good a reception as I think it deserves, but 28 Years Later is good. You should really Gothric check it out. Especially check out my review. I actually did the music for the review. So if you like the music in the background, that's me. Okay, moving on. Bram Stoker's Dracula. Now that is a good one because it's done by Francis Ford Coppola. Obviously, he's the Godfather guy. But this is a neat adaptation. It definitely is heavy on the romance stuff. It's like, I watched it. Oh my. Yeah, 28 days later is pretty good. It was definitely influential. It kind of saved it, along with Resident Evil, kind of saved zombie movies. I'm not crazy about the running zombies exactly, but I do. But it's a good movie. I agree. You should check out the review. My favorite color movie was The Evil Nun. Okay. Sometimes I don't know what their means, so uh, sorry about that if I don't get back to you. All right, moving on. Yeah, Bram Stoker's Dracula. That is a good Dracula adaptation. The special effects are just awesome. Like, Dracula turns into a wolf, he turns into a bat. He's old and spooky looking, he's young and good looking. He like has different forms. It's really cool. And Winona Ryder's in there back when she was smoking hot. And it's a really classy. It's got obviously it's Francis Ford Coppola. So obviously it's going to be technically impressive. It's a really beautiful looking film. It's almost like if Tim Burton made a Dracula movie. But Bram Stoker's Dracula. It's not, contrary to what the title is, it really is not faithful to the book necessarily. But it's a good movie. You should really check it out. Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And no, I'm not talking about the Sarah Michelle Gellar show. I'm actually talking about the vampire movie it was based on. Obviously, gosh, what's her name? She was hot, man. Christy Swanson, what a babe, man. She's in there and she's smoking hot. And I liked it when I was a kid. I haven't seen it since I was a kid, so I don't remember. I couldn't tell you honestly if it's good or not. But it's decent. But I had a good time with it. You should check it out. All right, here's a hot take. Candyman, don't like it at all. Don't get me wrong, I like Tony Todd. Virginia Madsen's in this, and she was hot back then. Tony Todd, obviously the black actor, he's a really good actor, and I actually like his adaptation of Candyman. I actually like the killer, especially the thing with the hook. But the movie itself, I do not like it at all. To me, it's boring. Thanks, Joker Quotes. How you doing? And anyway, the music though is done by a guy named Philip Glass, and the music is better than the movie by far. I mean, every once in a while, I'll listen to the soundtrack just to. I listen to the soundtrack a lot more than I watch the movie. The soundtrack, the music in it is fantastic. All right, Children of the Corn 2. Let's get this out of the way. The original Children of the Corn is good, and the rest of them suck. I'm good, Joker Quotes. Nice to hear from you. Demonic Toys. That's a nice little puppet master ripoff. I enjoy it. Demonic Toys. Dr. Giggles. I've seen it, but I don't remember it. Alright, let's move on. Thanks, Alan. I appreciate it, man. Alright. Hellraiser. I'm going to do a Hellraiser thing, so I'm just going to skip the Hellraiser ones. Okay. Pet Cemetery 2. I did a review for the original Pet Cemetery, and I say a little something about the sequel, so I'm not going to talk about it here. Just check it out. Okay, Sleepwalkers. That's a really, really, really weird Stephen King. Stephen King actually wrote the script to it. It actually wasn't based on a Stephen King story or move or book. It was actually but Stephen King, he did the script for it, and it's a really weird movie. But it's interesting. It's kind of stupid, but yeah, let's move on. Yeah, I'm a Cardinal fan. They suck this year, but thanks. Yeah. Um, Twin Peaks. I'm a David Lynch fan, even though half the time I don't know what he's trying to say, and I don't think he does either. But Twin Peaks is a good David Lynch movie. He always does those movies where they're really weird and you're not sure what actually happens. It's weird, man. But anyway, let's move on to 1993. Visor part. Uh, uh, that's a cardinal. Okay, 1993. Amityville, A New Generation. I don't remember anything about that one. Okay, Cannibal the Musical. That's a musical based on, well, it's a cardinal. Uh, it's a movie based on I think it might be based on loosely on a true story. I'm not sure, but it's a movie about cannibals. You look like a MAGA. And it's funny. It's done by the guys who do South Park. Carnosaur. Now, Carnosaur, it is a Jurassic Park ripoff produced by Roger Corman, and it's good. I think they take this guy's brain and stick it in a dinosaur or something. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it. But man, Carnosaur's funny. It's really cheesy. It's like Jurassic Park, but Z grade. You should really check it out, especially if you like cheesy movies. Chronos, that's a Guillermo del Toro. I'm not a Guillermo del Toro fan. Pan's Labyrinth was really good, but generally speaking, he's gruesomely overrated. Chronos, I think, might have been his first movie. It's a vampire movie. I didn't care for it. Okay, The Dollhouse. Oops. No, what was that? Sorry, I'm The Dark Half. Now, The Dark Half, that's a neat Stephen King adaptation done by George Romero. If you like Stephen King movies, that's definitely one to check out. This guy creates a pen name, a separate author, because he's a respectable author, but he wants to make trashy books. So he makes a pen name so he can write his trashy books, and he won't get screwed by people that, like the serious people, won't make fun of him and stuff. Anyway, but the cool thing is his alter ego actually comes to life. So that's a really good Stephen King adaptation. All right, let's move on. Man, it's hot as hell in this closet. The Good Son, man, I'm going to do a review for it. Macaulay Culkin plays an evil kid, and that is his best performance ever. All right, Hocus Pocus. Now, I know you guys know that one. Probably grew up with it. Hocus Pocus is a fun witch movie. Obviously, it's a Disney movie. I really enjoy it, man. I loved it when I was a kid. Obviously, I don't love it the same way I did when I was a kid, but it's a good movie. The sequels that they made recently is garbage, but the original Hocus Pocus, one of the best witch movies. A great movie to show your kids for sure. Leprechaun. A lot of people get guilty pleasure enjoyment out of these movies, but I'm not one of them. The original Leprechaun is the best of the series, but that's like saying one person's shit smells better than another person's shit. It may be true, but it's still shit in the end. Yeah, Leprechaun's too over the top even for me. Alright, Man's Best Friend. That's a neat killer dog movie. Let's move on. Okay, Needful Things. That's a neat Stephen King adaptation about a guy. Satan actually takes human form and he goes to this town. And he tells people that he gives people their greatest desire, but they have to give him something in return. And basically, he just uses gossip and everything else, and he just screws this whole town up. It's a neat movie. Puppet Master 4. Don't remember if it's any good or not. Return of the Living Dead 3. A lot of people don't like it, but I dig it. It's done by Brian Yuzna, who's a... Okay, anyway, gosh, I keep getting off topic. Return of the Living Dead 3. I like it. Brian Yuzna is a really good director, gruesomely underrated. And the thing about it is, it's actually got a nice little romance thing. Like, this guy's girlfriend dies, but he doesn't give up on her, even though she wants to eat him. So, it's a good movie. A lot of people don't like it, but I do. All right, moving on. Okay. The Tommy Knockers. There's a moth. I don't know. I don't see it. I think it's just a lighting. Anyway, Trauma. That's a decent little giallo by Dario Argento before he sucked. And the Tommy Knockers. A lot of people don't like it, but I do. It's a mini-series based on the book. It's considered one of Stephen King's worst books, but I actually thought it was a decent little book, and the movie's good. It's a mini-series. I dig it. All right, let's go to 1994. Man. The book by Rowan Douglas. I'm sorry, what book is that? The book by Rowan Douglas. Nostalgic Memories. What's it? I don't know. What's it about? Cemetery Man, one of the greatest zombie movies ever made. I'm going to do a review for it, so I'm just going to skip it. All right. In the Mouth of Madness, definitely going to do a review. Well, I don't know. In the Mouth of Madness is a classic. It's John Carpenter's last great movie, and it's based not on a H.P. Lovecraft story, but it's based on it kind of does a tribute to him, doing it in his style. It is a great movie. You should really check it out. Interview with the Vampire. Nostalgic Memories. I'll have to check it out. Thanks for recommending it. Okay, not an Anne Rice fan. I don't like romantic vampires. I look like Jeff Bezos. Is that a good thing? Or Jason Statham. Well, Jason Statham's cool, so thanks. I appreciate it. Okay, anyway, Interview with the Vampire. Don't like it. Don't understand the appeal. Let's move on. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. That's a decent little Frankenstein adaptation. It's got Robert De Niro playing the monster. It's not near as good as Bram Stoker's Dracula, but it's decent enough. Okay, Phantasm 3. For some reason, people don't like this one. I do. To me, Phantasm 3's got more action. It's a lot less slow. I'm not saying it's better than the first two, because it's not, but it's good. I enjoy it. I enjoy that black chick in there. She's the action black chick. She's pretty cool. And the zombie guys that come out, they're pretty cool. Phantasm 3, man, it's a gem. I like it. Pumpkinhead 2. I have seen it, but I don't remember it. So I'm going to skip it. Okay, The Stand. The Stand is based on a Stephen King book. And God, that book goes on forever, man. I mean, well over 1,000 pages. Stephen King, he's a great author, or at least he used to be, before he fell off the bike. And anyway, he has a bad trouble. He doesn't know when to quit, and his books just go on and on forever. But the book is not as it's not a great book like everyone says, but it's a pretty good book. And I actually like the miniseries better. I wouldn't say it's better necessarily objectively, but it's decent. I really enjoy The Stand, the miniseries. All right. Wolf. That's a good werewolf movie with Jack Nicholson and peak Michelle Pfeiffer. Did anyone else think she was hot from Batman Returns? Man, one of my first big crushes. All right, let's move on. 1995, we're halfway there. All right, just keep on. I like the comments, guys. Just keep coming. The Addiction. I've seen it, don't remember it. Candyman 2. Obviously, I don't like any of the Candyman movies, but Candyman 2 is actually my favorite of the series. It at least has more action. It's still not that good, though. Castle Freak. That is a good movie by Stuart Gordon. Castle Freak. Check it out. All right. Demon Knight. I'm talking about Tales from the Crypt Demon Knight. This movie is really good. Obviously, the show is one of the greatest horror shows of all time. It's like Night of the Living Dead if the zombies were demons instead of if they were demons instead of zombies. Demon Knight. It's a really good one. Tales from the Crypt. Okay, moving on. All right. Lord of Illusions. Didn't care for that one. The Prophecy. That's a good movie. Basically, the angel Gabriel, I guess he gets jealous of humans. So he actually turns against God. So actually, the angels turn out to be the monsters. And it's got Christopher Walken. He's a great actor, obviously. And Satan makes a cameo. The Prophecy. It's a really good movie. Maybe a little blasphemous, if depending on your theology, but it's a good movie. All right, Species. Natasha Henstridge. Twing! Amen. What a babe. Smoking hot. I could watch her recite the phone book and be entertained. The movie itself is decent. We're talking about the original Species here. And she's hot, so I just enjoy watching her all over the screen. But yeah, it's a good movie. Maybe I was just mesmerized by her tits and overlook the bad parts. I don't know, but I like it. Vampire in Brooklyn. That's Wes Craven trying to do a horror comedy with Eddie Murphy and failing miserably at it. I like Eddie Murphy too, by the way, but this movie, Vampire in Brooklyn, is not good. All right, Village of the Damned. This is the remake of the movie from the 60s. A lot of people hate this movie. It's done by the lead character is Superman, aka Christopher Reeve, and it's a good movie. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do. So screw you guys. Moving on. All right, we're going to 1996. We're moving right along now. Man, I am tired. Whew. Amityville Dollhouse. I remember I liked that one. Amityville Dollhouse. Can't remember much about it, but I remember I liked it. The Craft. That's a crappy witch movie. The Dentist. That's a crappy dentist movie. All right. The Frighteners. That's a movie by Peter Jackson. The same guy who did Lord of the Rings, but to me, he'll always be the dead alive, bad taste director. The Frighteners is a nice little ghost movie. It's got Mike J. Fox in it. It's kind of got a horror comedy deal, which he did a lot in his early years. And the computer animation's actually pretty good in this one. The Frighteners. No one remembers it, but it's a good movie. From Dusk Till Dawn, I got a few words for you. Salma Hayek is hot. She does this. She shows up as a sexy vampire, and she's only there to look sexy and dance hot and look hot. Man, she mission accomplished. Tom Morello, please, man. I hate Rage Against the Machine. No, I don't like Tom Morello, man. That's an insult to me. If you like that band, no offense, but I do not like Tom Morello. Anyway, where was I? But From Dusk Till Dawn, it's a neat. It was directed by Robert Rodriguez. Yes, I am very anti-communist. I'm probably to the right of Franco. Yeah, I do not like communists. No, 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 no. Anyway, where was I? Don't get me on a political soapbox. I may never end, and I don't want to lose subscribers. Okay, From Dusk Till Dawn. It's directed by Robert Rodriguez, and it's written by Quentin Tarantino, who's obviously one of our best filmmakers. And the beginning of it is a thriller about these brothers who rob a bank and try to get away. But at the end, it turns into a vampire movie, so it's kind of vampire slash action movie, and it's really freaking good. One of the best vampire movies, and that says a lot because I'm not really much on vampires, generally speaking. But From Dusk Till Dawn, one of the best vampire movies. You should really check it out. I hate George Clooney, but other than that, awesome movie. Quentin Tarantino actually plays one of the brothers, and he doesn't act that bad, so that's neat. Okay, let's move on. Scream, my God. The best movie of the 90s, the best horror movie of the 90s. What can I say? The Chinese Empire can kiss my ass. uh, anyway, Scream, I will definitely do a review for it. One of my favorite movies of all time, so let's move on. Tales from the Crypt, Bordello of Blood. Definitely not near as good as Demon Knight. Actually, not very good in general. I do like Dennis Miller, and Angie Everhart plays a sexy vampire, and all she's supposed to do is look sexy. Mission accomplished. Lots of good sex in this one, but it's not a very good movie, just objectively speaking. More guilty pleasure type. Thinner. That's based on a Richard Bachman, aka Stephen King's pen name. It is a really good movie. Tom Holland, the guy who did Child's Play and Fright Night and Psycho 2, gruesomely underrated director. And it's a neat movie about this fat guy. He accidentally kills this gypsy's daughter or something. and she puts a curse on him, so he goes from being super morbidly obese to ungodly thin, like emancipated. Uh, Gosh, how do you say that? To super skinny, almost starving to death skinny. Really good, interesting movie. Check it out. All right, going to 1997. We're almost done. What do you think about Rocky 3? Rocky 3 is awesome. In fact, it's if I'm going to do a Rocky series someday. Rocky 1, say, is up here. Rocky 3 is right here. They're basically interchangeable with me as my favorite. I guess I would have to give a slight edge to the original Rocky, but Mr. T is great in that movie. I mean, that movie's awesome. I love Rocky 3. I just love Rocky. There's not a bad Rocky movie. Even Rocky 5's not bad. Okay, anyone else got questions, you let me know. All right, 97. Okay. Whew, I am tired. I usually don't talk very much. American Werewolf in Paris. That's obviously a sequel to American Werewolf in London, which is a werewolf gem. It's not a terrible movie, but it's not very good. Said there will be a, but I'm afraid Rocky. Amen. I hate woke crap, man. Rocky is. They're trying to make a Rocky that's black and transgender. Where did that come from? Oh, I hope not. Anyway, American Werewolf in Paris. It's not a very good movie, but it's not terrible. Anaconda. They're actually going to make a remake of Anaconda. I think Jack Black's going to be in it. I watched it in the theaters. It's cheesy fun. Obviously, it's not a good movie, technically speaking, but it's fun to watch. I love John Voight. He's good. The computer animated snake is hit or miss. But man, the rest of the Anacondas are terrible. Yeah, if they do make a remake of Rocky, I hope they don't screw it. But Anaconda, man, like and subscribe, Cardosh. I like you. You got good taste. Unless you like Rage Against the Machine, in that case, you have bad musical taste but good movie taste. Okay. Uh, let's move on. Cube is a decent movie. It's like an escape room if it turned evil. More of a thriller, really, but it's good. The Devil's Advocate, that's a good movie. I love anything with Keanu, I'm down for. Yes, I know he's a crappy actor, but he's so charismatic and awesome. And obviously, I love Michael Corleone, aka Al Pacino. He plays the devil in this movie. It's a good movie. I saw Event Horizon ages ago, and I do not remember anything about it, except that it was weird. So I can't really honestly say its quality. House of Frankenstein, it's a miniseries remake based on the gem from the 40s. It's a good movie. I watched it when I was a kid and I loved it. The vampires look really freaking nice. Basically like human bats rather than vampires. And Frankenstein's a good guy in this one, and he like falls in love with this hot werewolf chick. It's a good movie. All right, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Recently remade. Here's the thing. I got 90s nostalgia with this movie, but it's not any good. Jennifer Love Hewitt, obviously smoking hot. Sarah Michelle Gellar, also hot. Ryan Phillippe's in this movie, and he's really annoying. The thing, okay, my biggest fears is, yeah, that would really, really suck, man. Anyway, I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's kind of a rip off of the old slashers. Like they do something bad, and then the guy comes back to punish them. But it's the beginning of the movie where they kill the guy and they have to dump his body, and they find out that uh, it's a secret that torments them and ruins their life. That part is good. But about the midway, it just drags and it gets slow and boring. The killer is neat looking, but the kills are crappy besides the first kill, and the twist ending at the end is awful. So, not a good movie, but I still have some 90s nostalgia for it. Jack Frost. It's a good movie about a killer snowman, so nice. Yeah, I hope they don't screw my man Rocky. I love Sylvester. There really is no Rocky if it's not Sylvester Stallone. Mimic, another overrated Guillermo del Toro movie. Alright, moving on. Relic, I've seen it, I don't remember it. Alright. Scream 2, definitely gonna do a thing for it. Spawn, it's kind of like a horror movie slash comic book movie, and I don't think it's very good. Yeah, anything Disney touches, I will never forgive them for what they did to Star Wars, man. Star Wars, I mean, The Force Awakens, I hate that movie more than any other movie ever made, just about, man. They they ruined my childhood when they killed Han Solo and they just screwed everything up. Yeah, Disney, I hate Disney. Hey, Alan, how you doing, man? Nice to see you back. Okay, Trucks. That's a cheesy adaptation of the story from Stephen King, from a Stephen King story from The Night Shift. It's not great, but I think it's decent. It's Kyle Busch. Okay. Wishmaster. Wishmaster was supposed to be a night. Yeah, I I've seen enough Marvel movies. I'm kind of sick of them, to be honest with you. I do dig the original Iron Man. I'm more of a DC guy. Batman, Wonder Woman, those are mine. I have a review for Superman, if Cardoche, if you want to check it out. Subscribe and all that. Okay, Wishmaster. It's a neat movie about a guy. It's cheesy fun. It's a killer. He gives you whatever you wish for, but he gives it to you in a way you don't like. So, it's a cheesy movie. Got lots of bad sequels, but man, it's fun. Check it out. Gory kills. Nice. Apt pupil. You know, the thing about the Nazis, they're evil, of course, and awful people and whatnot, but they're super interesting. And oddly enough, I wonder how the. I'm not even messing with She Hulk, man. I hear it's so woke and crappy. You're awesome, Cardosh. I hope you subscribe. I'd love to hear some more from you. But anyway, even though the Nazis are so interesting, there's not a lot of good Nazi movies. But one of the really the best Nazi horror movie is Apt Pupil from Russia. Hey, how you doing, man? Anyway, where was I? Voy con Dios. Is it cold in Russia right now? I hear it's cold all year. You guys beat Hitler, by the way, back in the World War II. Anyway, I'm going to do a video on Hitler. Just telling the story, telling the story about him, not praising him, of course. And anyway, Act Pupil is a good Nazi movie. This kid, who's kind of off anyway, he goes and finds out his next door neighbor is a Nazi war criminal. But instead of turning him into the authorities, he spends time with them and he kind of tells him all the stories about the Holocaust. Towards the end of the movie, he becomes even worse than the Nazi guy he basically worships. Really good movie. Based on a Stephen King novella. You should really check it out. The not a horror movie, but great. Downfall, yes. Yes, Downfall is a good movie. A lot of people are, it's controversial in a way because it approaches Hitler's one of the worst people who ever lived, of course. So a lot of people think you should make him a cartoon character, just completely awful no matter what. And that movie kind of humanized him. But I think that adds an extra, I think that adds an extra, I mean, even the worst people are humans too, so it adds a extra character. How do I describe it? It's just interesting to see him as a person instead of a caricature for once. Not that he deserves anything; he's an awful person, but yeah, Downfall is a good movie. Check it out. Blade. That now, if you want a horror movie that's based on a superhero that's good, yeah, Bipolar Bear. Yeah, I agree, man. But Blade is a good, super gory, great computer. Usually, I hate computer CGI effects, but it's actually good in this movie. Wesley Snipes is a great actor, and he plays a great Blade. Basically, he's a vampire superhero. He fights other vampires, and it's a good movie. Not a fan of the series in general. I don't like the second one or the third one, but the original Blade is good. All right, moving on. Deep Rising, man. Why do people forget about Deep Rising? It's done by Steven Summers, who's the same guy who did the Mummy movies. You know, the with Brendan Fraser, or they turned the Mummy movies into an adventure series. What do you think of Mortal Kombat? It's like the smell. Kardosh, you are so awesome, man. I wish you lived in America. I'd like to hang out with you. I've never seen the Mortal Kombat movie. I did play the game. The game's good. Uh, Hi, Connie. How you doing? Anyway, where was I? Deep Rising. It's done by the guy who did the Mummy movies, and man, it's awesome. Also, really good CGI, su- surprisingly, and man, it's a great sea monster movie. One of my favorite movies that no one has ever heard of. Great gore. Famke Jensen, what a babe. Yes, Deep Rising. Check out Deep Rising. The Faculty. This is The Faculty is a nice kind of modern day almost remake of Invasion of the Body Snatchers, where these aliens take over this school and some of the kids that I don't know. I've never seen Dandy's World. I'm sorry about that. Most video game movies do suck. Yes, I agree. Haven't ha- haven't thought about that movie since high school. Which one? Anyway, where was I, man? The Faculty's a good, it's fun movie. Robert Rodriguez, Kevin Williamson, The Faculty, yes. Yes, The Faculty's awesome. I watched it in the theaters, and I was like 8, man. I watch so many movies. If horror movies turns you into a freak, then I would be a freak. Well, I guess I kind of am one, but I'm not a homicidal freak, so yeah. If I am a freak, it's not because of I saw The Faculty. I saw Hellraiser when I was 9, so yeah. But The Faculty, awesome movie. You should really check it out. The chick, I can't remember what her name is, but she's hot in it. All right, I still know what you did last summer. When I was a kid, what is your favorite movie of all time? The original Halloween. Now, objectively speaking, the original Godfather is the best movie ever made, but the original Halloween, man, or sorry, ma'am, I love that movie so much. I love it with a passion. I watched it when I was a kid, and I still love it to this day. I'm glad you guys are giving me comments. Usually no one talks. I appreciate it. Okay, I still know what you did last summer. When I was a kid, I actually liked it better than the original, just because it has more action, and to me, the original is too slow and boring. But now, as an adult, I just rewatched it recently, and it is not good. I still have some 90s nostalgia for it, but no, the original is better. None of them are any good. I don't know if the remake's any good. I kind of have my doubts about it. I'm definitely going to check it out someday. But I still know what you did last summer. Not a very good movie. All right, Phantasm 4. I do not like it. I love the first three and I don't like the other two. Phantom of the Opera, the Dario Argento movie. Now, this is where Argento falls off the cliff. He was one of the best horror filmmakers. Who's your favorite singer? John Lennon, the Beatles. I hate him as a person. He was an awful human being, but the Beatles, they are the best. I hate Super Cool. I don't know. I've never seen Super Cool. Jacob's Ladder. Amen, brother. Jacob's Ladder is a masterpiece. Classic. And the only reason I skipped over it is because I'm going to do a review for it later. Right now, I'm doing reviews for movies that I'm not planning on doing a review for. So obviously, I'm going to give it its own review. And by the way, do you know how the ending went? Do you have a interpretation or theory about what really happens? Because I do. And I hope you subscribe, and I'll get to it eventually. All right, moving on. The Phantom of the Opera. It's an adaptation by Dario Argento. Unfortunately, he's lost it completely by then. It's not a good movie. Okay, Psycho. The Psycho remake sucks. Everyone knows it. Ringu. Yeah, that's right. I don't want to say it because, I don't want it to screw up my future review. But yeah, he's actually in purgatory. Anyway, you know what? I do not like The Ring. Yeah, thanks, Owen. I appreciate it. The Ring, I do not like it. That's all I can say. I do not like it. To me, it's not scary at all. It's boring. And I'm talking about the Japanese version and the remake, American remake. If a lot of people like it, so maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about. But to me, it's a bore. Vampires, that's a good John Carpenter movie. It's probably his last good movie. Well, what's the one he did last? I can't even remember it. Anyway, Vampires, it's a nice vampire movie. And what do you think of it? But think of the Ring remake? Don't like it. I don't like either one. It's so bent because it's old. But yeah, vampires, it takes the vampire genre and adds some action elements to it. Really good movie. Guess what? We're at the last year, 1999. Great year. I had a great year of that when I was a kid. Audition. That is a good Japanese horror movie. Please change angle. I can see your brain from here. Uh, uh, I don't know how you want it. How about this? You like it like this? Anyway, Audition's a good movie because the beginning of it, he it's like this old widower guy and he's trying to find a chick. So he goes on the internet and he finds this smoking hot Japanese chick. Obviously, it's a Japanese movie. I kind of like Asian chicks anyway. Yes, James Wood is awesome. You never through your nostrils. Ugh, sorry. I don't know what to say about that. But anyway, he finds this chick and she's perfect except for one thing. She's a psychotic bitch. And she has this guy that was her boyfriend and she keeps him in a sack or something. She like vomits and gives him the her vomit to eat. And at the end, he meets her for real and she torments him. Really. So the at the beginning you think it's like a romance movie. I don't know. I'll have to take your word for it, man. I don't The Fast and the Furious. What's unpleasant? Anyway, but Audition, you think it's a romantic movie, and at the end, she ends up torturing him to death. Ooh, yes, yes. Really good movie. You guys should check it out. Blair Witch Project. Hate it. One of the most overrated movies ever made. I'm going to do a review for it. I have a series on my channel called Why It Sucks, and I just bash movies and stuff I don't like. Definitely going to do one for the Blair Witch Project. Deep Blue Sea. Here's the thing. Uh, Shark movies, generally speaking, are not very good. Obviously, the original Jaws is awesome. But other than that, you got Sharknado, which is an awful movie, but it's fun to make fun of. And you got Deep Blue Sea, which is also cheesy, but it's fun. Deep Blue Sea, check it out. End of Days, it's a horror movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's kind of like a Book of Revelation type deal. And it's not very good if I remember right, but I don't remember much about it. All right, From Dusk Till Dawn 2. I liked it when I was a kid, but I did not like it as an adult. The Haunting remake. It's the exact opposite of the original. The original is a slow burning, atmospheric masterpiece. You don't actually see any ghosts. It's all about the power of suggestion, and what you don't see is scarier than what you do see. The remake has none of that. It's computer graphic CGI. It's got some really cheesy looking ghosts. And technically it's a bad movie, but I have some 90s nostalgia for it. So I kind of enjoy it a little bit. House on Haunted Hill remake is good. Yeah, Gabriel Byrne's a decent actor. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a bad good actor. Idle Hands. I saw it and I don't remember it. Lake Placid. Obviously, it's a good I love Steve Miner. He's a gruesomely underrated director. He did Friday the 13th 2 and 3 and also Halloween H2O. Lake Placid's a neat little crocodile movie. Amen. I hate Titanic. Not only is it slow and sappy and boring, but it's just so overrated. I don't know why people love it so much. The only good part is the end when everyone dies. The action parts are actually good. Other than that, I could give a rat's ass about Leonardo DiCaprio and his chick and whatever. Don't care for it. James Cameron, he's kind of overrated in my opinion. The Rage 2. The Rage Carrie 2. Carrie 2, it's a sequel to, in name only, basically, to the original. It's not a very good movie, but it's got a lot more action, so that kind of softens the blow a bit. Sleepy Hollow. This is Tim Burton's version of the classic Headless Horseman story. It's a good movie. It's like all Tim Burton movies. It's beautifully made. And Johnny Depp, anything Johnny Depp's in, I'm for. Stigmata, that's a Exorcist ripoff. Oh, what movie romanticizes infidelity? Is that Titanic? Yeah, I hate Titanic. Stir of Echoes, that's a decent ghost movie with Kevin Bacon. We're almost done, guys. Virus, that's a Jamie Lee Curtis movie with killer robots. It's kind of interesting. We're done. Ah, thanks. You guys have been wonderful. Kardosh, you're awesome. Bipolar Bear, you're awesome. Connie, you're awesome. All you guys, everyone who commented, I really appreciate it. And we're going to do the movies from the 2000 next. I'm not sure when. It's just whenever I get time. And thank you guys for checking me out. Be sure to like and subscribe and all that shit. And thanks. I hope you had a good time. This has been my favorite live stream so far. So really appreciate it, guys. Thank you. Bye.